Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is I, your friendly neighborhood, whatever you call me. Anyway, it's been a while since I have done a gesture drawing video, and yeah, don't mind this. This is absolutely not related. I'm just scribbling to scribble. But it's been a while since I've done a gesture drawing video, and I actually like doing those videos because they help me practice, and I hope when you do it, they help you practice as well. It's like 9 in the morning, actually. It's 9:05, which is kind of cool. But I actually just like took a nap because I've been up all night for just been making stuff. But because of that, I wanted to make this little session so I can get some drawing together, so I can do some illustrations, because this I have some illustrations that I want to do in the future that I'm just going to I'm going to need some continuous practice with. So before we actually get into these drawings right here, we're going to go ahead and, just go over what a gesture drawing is. And we're going to be using quick poses because quick poses is just great. Simple as that. So on quick poses, we're going to make our preferences real quick. I'm going to do I'm going to do warriors, 90 seconds, and no upside down images. And like I said, what is a gesture drawing? A gesture drawing is simply a capturing of the pose, of the energy, of the motion of the particular figure, or even the piece, because sometimes you might want to capture the gesture of a drawing, by drawing it instead of an actual person. And this is basically what they end up looking like. And, gesture drawings are fun and very simple overall to actually, I can't say simple because, as you see, they're kind of very interesting. But this is just how we're going to do everything. This is just a little introduction. I'm going to do about 10 of these, maybe less than 10. I thought about doing 20 because, the challenge is to always say 20 each. But I'm going to do maybe 10, maybe 8. And I'm going to stop after a set number, and then I am going to take the two best poses and just do something with them. I'll actually finish them out and color them and stuff, and do some cool poses. I mean, some cool coloring and stuff that I've been learning in Photoshop for the last week, which is what I've been doing basically. Anyway, I think that's these are all the settings. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I just want to get this started because this is really going to be fun. But with that being said, we are going to start now. And again, if you want to draw with me, go right ahead. You're going to have about 90 seconds to draw all of these. So you're not going to delete that layer. You're not going to miss out on too much. I hope not. But with that being said, let me get my brush together. Yeah, this is going to be it. I just want to be as specific as I can with these brushes because I'm only going to use one. Anyway, now we are going to start. And let's see, 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh my God, why do you do this to me? Okay. We're going to zoom out. We're actually going to zoom all the way out. We're not going to erase too much. Okay. This is kind of funny, but I have started my music, so if you don't know who this is Tchaikovsky, and I just started it, so I'm not expecting you to know that. Let's see, right there. Yeah, that's about right. Let's try to get the butt here just a little bit. Make sure the butt actually looks good, good butt or not. I've done my proportions a little too big, or have I not done them big enough? Interesting. So it looks like he's craning his head, not craning his head. He's moving his arms in a particular way to maintain his balance. That's what it looks like. Now, is that actually the case? probably not. Or maybe it actually is. And let's see. Oh no, that's bad. All right, go on to the next one. I could have swore 90 seconds was a lot longer than it was, but it's not. This is terrible. I like this one though. I might keep this one and use this one. I'm already trying to think about the next couple of illustrations. This is kind of the main reason why I wanted to do this. I just wanted to show off my new coloring abilities. Because that's one of the main things I wanted to learn how to do a little bit more in Photoshop. Because, you know, I'm terrible at coloring until I'm not. And it actually looks good. I'll actually show you one that I've done. I did it yesterday while I was finishing up the Photoshop class with Aaron Blaze. It's pretty good. Let's see. Alright, let's see. God, that foot is so bad. Ah. Alright, we got maybe 30 seconds left, so let's figure this out. Okay. This is one of my favorite brushes that I was able to get from Aaron Blaze's course last year. It's the pastel brush. Oh, we have a butt here. I'm gonna have to probably censor that. Let's see. I'm doing my best to get the curve, well, not really the curve, but the arch of the back. Whenever someone has their back turned to you, you always want to get that back. I do like this one though. I might use this one. Again, I'm just having that end goal in mind to make sure I have fun, more or less, and figure out which one I want. See, that's that leg out like that. Let's see. Do right here, do right there. Let's see. Sorry if I keep saying that, but that's just how I think. I have about 30 seconds left, so let's get this right here. Let's get the arrow. That's a little too big. I think I've drawn this one before now. I don't think about it. And let's get that head. Got a couple seconds. Alright. Boom. Okay. Alright, I didn't want to add too much time to that one. So now let's see how we're gonna do this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Okay, I got a little bit of it. This one's all in dark shadow though. I love it. Less stuff for me to actually draw. But at the same time, when they have that much shadow around them, it's cool to draw some effects around them, just to help accentuate the fact that they actually are in the shadows. Basically, get the bulge here. Boom. One thing gesture drawing does help you do is achieve a bit of functional quick anatomy, meaning that you can just like throw a muscle in, or throw a foot in that's accurate and stuff, and you're like, huh, how did I do that fast? That's something that I found myself doing a lot, and I am missing the arms. I'm missing the arms. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And that's bad. I almost did it. But because I pay attention a lot to the hips. I think it's because, you know, they're a base where to start. I start low and then I go up. I'm noticing that about myself now. Kind of fun. But you know, kind of interesting. But the whole point is to be as loose as possible. And drawing loose like this has always helped me. It's been helping me for well over 5 years now, since I've really started drawing. And then we're gonna do that right there. So he's angled here. Got the leg. This one's actually the quickest one. Mostly the quickest one, kind of the quickest one. And I say that, and then I lose 15 seconds because I'm over here trying to gloat. Okay, this is looking a little better. Okay, I got probably 10 seconds. I'm starting to get the count. I'm starting to figure out what the counter is like. But you know, and we're kind of good. He's all disproportionate. This is a double figure, and I got 90 seconds. So actually, no, put it right here. Oh, this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna be able to figure out like what it's looking like. Let's see, right there, and then let's see here. This is actually a little bit quicker, easier, just a little bit. I'm figuring out. I'm seeing what it looks like. All right, cool. Let's see. So his hand is here. Boom. So let's see. Head right here. And then leg right there. Part of me is conflicted to play Tchaikovsky's for so long, but I don't know if I really want to play it. Such a great composer, though. Genuinely a great composer. One of my favorites, and one of the ones I remember the most. Then it is Tchaikovsky. Ah, I can't even talk. On to the next one. It's Tchaikovsky, and then it is let's see. Then it's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I can't say his nickname because, you know, I like to keep this family friendly. I say that as I, you know, draw naked dudes. But you know, that's how that be. Okay. There's a bagginess to certain men that I've realized whenever I draw them. And it's not even that they have a bagginess to them, it's that I give them a bagginess. And I think that's what helps me draw just a little faster. It's weird. It's very weird, actually. And then, oh, that's his off bat. This way. This way, here. And almost there. Give him that fro before we go. Ah! And let's see. So now, very much a straightforward shot. Mostly, kind of. His hips are a little bit more dynamic. His hips are just a little bit more dynamic. His motion is going, his upward motion is this way, but his upward motion is this way, and then his lower motion is still, but it's going this way, and then it's this way. And I've lost so much time trying to analyze that. But that's one thing I also look for whenever I decide to just draw like this. I have to make sure I have the poses mapped out, just so I know where the direction is. So even if you were to swing the axe forward like this, he would still have a lot of momentum going this way. And I have no more time. Still a good gesture though. I like this one. One of my favorites. I somehow had that much time. Okay, this might be the last. No, okay. So I'm at number 9 now. I can see the counter at the bottom. Because I am number 9, I will go to 10. Do one more, then I will pick out the favorites. And this one's all over the place. So let's do a quick move. Boom. Brush. All right. Didn't get to draw any women. I'm kind of mad about that. But I did spend all day yesterday working on one female illustration. So this kind of works out. Not really, you know. We'll figure that part out. Yeah. Alright, he's this way. I'm gonna put that leg in shadow. And never mind. This is the Spider-Man pose. I like this though. So let's do some of that right there. Really quickly. This is bad. This is already bad. Alright. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna have his face right here. This is so bad. I love it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm stuck now. So we're going to leave it right here. We're going to leave it right there. I'm frustrated. This pose, there's so much force in it. I love it. But you know, then I'm confused. I still have it though, somehow. Let me get that chest here. Darken the chest. Add some actual meat to these bones here. Add to the shoulders. Add something here, just for now. But okay, I like it. It's kind of better. Let's see. All right. So that's it for right now. I was actually able to do 20. So now, okay. That was nice. Okay. Now let's go ahead and pick out which ones I want. Let's see. I'm gonna take 2 here, and we're gonna go with those. Now I did like this one. I like this one a lot. Let's see. That one's a nice forest. That one's a nice foresty background. I like that one. And I like this front facing. What type of kick is this? I'll say a stance right now. I like that one. And then I like this. This one which is more or less the opposite version of that. I like that one too. So what I'm thinking, I'll go with this one for now, till I decide to change it. And let's see. Yeah, those are the two I want. Okay, cool. All right, now that I have the pictures together, I'm gonna start with this one first because this is the simplest one. Just because it's actually a lot easier. I have one scene developed for this one in particular, and I like it. And with that being said, we're gonna go to that next one. Next one, ooh, I don't really care. I wanted to hide the butt, but I don't really care now. Anyway, so with this one, actually, I have a bigger scene that I want to add into this one. I'm thinking a bit of forest on one half, or a bit of desert on the other half, and I want to break that apart, or at least have a bit of a dichotomy where his leg is going right here, because that just looks cool. And yeah, so I'm going to keep those together, and we're going to not blur these. I don't want to put these together. I want these to look like this, basically. I like this a lot. This was the illustration I did yesterday just to test everything out. And once I take some of these skins out and some of these layers, pull all these away. Let's see, there we go. This is basically what she looks like here, kind of normally, but her hair is a little frayed and a little off kilter and everything. This is how she's supposed to look, but I still liked this overall. This was fun. So now I just want to replicate this style that I did, this little psychedelic 3D style that, again, I have no idea what to call it, but it was still cool. I want to replicate that with a couple more people, and yeah, that's kind of it. So with that being said, yeah, we're just gonna dive into both of those now. Well, with that being said, I kind of ended up deciding to go with one drawing, one gesture drawing, just for the sake of this video, and because my schedule has been all over the place, and I just really didn't bracket out enough time to do 2 full-on illustrations the way I wanted to do. And that was kind of for the better, because this was kind of a bit of procrastination and distraction from literally everything else I had going on. But anyway, going into this little gesture drawing here, I drew most of this outside actually, but you can tell because we're on the screen. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and just putting together all the putting together all the muscles and the anatomy overall. It was refreshing and all that good stuff. Putting together the feet, because I can't draw feet, and I've been actively practicing drawing feet a lot. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you think these feet right now, like where they are right now, are actually pretty good. I think they are. Again, it was pretty good. It was better than I thought, but yeah, that's literally all I could say. But as we cut forward a little bit, because I didn't want to spend too much time on it, I ended up posing this character and adding some features and stuff, and I ended up making him look more like my character Max, who you've seen in a couple of other things, a lot of things actually, now that I think about it. But I've been getting into drawing a lot of my OCs, basically my own original characters, a bit more often. I draw them a lot in my spare time, but I never really put them on the channel. Why? Don't know. Just don't know. Now, I've never really given myself a reason as to why. But as I kept going and adding on a couple of little extra details, I didn't really know what background I wanted to add, but I just kept something small, and I kept it going the way it was. I just kept the flow of where it was going. Because if you were to draw one line, you could draw from his head and then go straight into that the bottom line by his foot, which was kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep the flow together, but I think the flow went well and all that good stuff. But let me know what you think, because I still like this. I liked it a little bit more than I should say. But this is just a little sketch, a little line work and everything. But I wanted to still get enough detail in it to stack up the line works like I did with the other colored sketch that you saw. And I'll just flash it. I'll flash it like right here, just because. And that, oh my God. Even now looking at this, it still hurts my eyes to break up the line work like that. It's a nice 3D effect that has a lot of cool results once you mess with the blend modes like I'm doing right now. I'm messing with all the blend modes. I'm shifting everything, and that's more or less how I ended up doing this little 3D effect. I saw a video pop up by Ross Draws about how to actually make a 3D what is it called, a neon 3D effect, but I never actually thought about how to do it, and then I just did it, and that's how it came to be. I didn't even watch the video, which I kind of should. I should now, but anyway, that's here nor there. But one thing that did happen here that I'm super proud of, I actually got down a consistent skin tone for my character Max. I always have been conflicted about what skin tone I should give him. Like either it's too dark or too light in my head. But I think with this right here, this actually got me out of that zone of perfection and just had me put down a shade of brown that I was most comfortable with in one of the best ways. And I just saved it. Ooh, crap, I hit the microphone. I'm gonna leave that in. But I saved it and I gave him some purple shorts because his main color is purple, and I'm gonna give him some green glowing fists as well. But overall, it's very hard to experiment with the line work when you want to break it out like that and bracket it out like that. But it was cool. It was still cool. I'm glad I did this one first, because this one was a bit more consistent with what I wanted to do with this little this coloring style. Because again, this whole thing is supposed to be a lesson in how to draw, how to paint a little bit and color in Photoshop with me. And after spending a week learning how to do it, it was, again, it's pretty satisfying. I came to realize how easy it was, and I got a lot more comfortable with doing it, and it just came to be like this. Pretty cool. But even now, as I continue to mess around with all of this fire, basically the green fire, I'll call it a green fire for lack of a better word. Every time I continue to mess around with it, I want to figure out how to add the shadows that I want. And what do I mean by that? I want to, again, I'm just experimenting with lights and darks right now. This is exactly what this is going to go into. But I didn't really know where the light source was per se, and as you see, both his hands are glowing, so that means there are two light sources already. But what I had a problem with, and what I'm consistently trying to train myself to find out, is where is the light source? Where is the third light source? Where's the primary light source? And because I made the entire background black, that kind of messed up my entire feel of what actually should be the background and everything. I mean the third light. So I decided to I took some Twitter advice, and I actually used a purple. I think it's actually a little lighter than the purple of his pants shorts, and then I adjusted the opacity to 41%. And in doing the 41%, I was able to add some shadows and shading and all that good stuff, and I was able to do it in the best way possible, and I really liked it. It was kind of cool. But it was some work, and I'm extremely uncomfortable doing this, especially with coloring. And it worked. So it's not like this effort was in vain, but it's something I want to continue to practice. And that's a journey that you all will see or not see. I don't know, perhaps. But this is kind of it. This is kind of wrapping it all up. But yeah, we're kind of wrapped up. But with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching, especially getting this far into the video. I wanted to keep this as short as possible, but doing some gesture drawing as well as this additional little painting was going to add on to it. So with that being said, I thank you all for watching, and until next time, yeah, until next time.